Would you like to know how to network at a very high level? Well, if you answered yes, you're in the right spot. What's up guys, Nick Arapkalis here and welcome to today's video. Now, if you've been around here for any period of time, you know that this topic is a little unrelated to some of the stuff that I teach. So if you are new here, make sure and subscribe if you like this type of content, and let's get cracking into it. And the reason that I bring up this whole networking thing is it's something that I've done behind the scenes for a while now, and I've done it at a pretty high level, and it's gotten me access to a lot of different things, but I've never really publicly talked about it. And so on this video, I would like to do that. I want to give you two specific tips, whether you're just looking to network or you're actually like doing some direct cold outreach. Whatever it is, it's going to help you, okay? And the reason that I'm sharing this stuff too is because I don't quite understand why I haven't shared this before. It just never clicked to me, but it's so integral to my life and my business that I figured I had to share it. And in fact, if you guys are enjoying this type of stuff, I might go into a little bit further depth, because this is stuff that I don't really see too many people talking about, and it really does add a lot of value to your life. Okay, so let me explain this just a little bit and why this is important. I love networking, and when I say networking, it's just basically connecting with like-minded people and seeing where our relationships can go. I'm never trying to sell anything right away. I'm never trying to do anything. I'm solely focused on building a quality relationship, because once you have a quality relationship with a solid person, you have no idea what that can do for you. Okay, it can open up so many doors. It can increase your business opportunities. It can, increase your social life. Like, there's a lot to do with it. There's a lot of benefits from it. So if you take this seriously, it really can transform your life. And the other thing that's really good about this too is that it doesn't cost. Unlike advertising, spending money on paid platforms, you can do this for free. So if you're just starting out, I would strongly recommend you start building up your network, start building up your Rolodex, so you have people to call on when you have things going on. And we'll get into a few more techniques here, but that's kind of the gist of it. And so I strongly recommend that you just adopt the personality of being a networker. Like I said, I want to share with you two specific tips that's going to help you network better. And I always use social media as the starting point to build up my networking opportunities when I'm actually going out there and reaching out to other people. Obviously, like me building up my profiles and just building up my network, it kind of comes to me a lot of times, but I want to share with you, if you don't have your network rolling and you don't have a lot of opportunities coming to you in the now, I want to show you how to kickstart that with some direct cold outreach, and specifically on Instagram, okay? So I want to first, just like the first technique, it's not necessarily a technique, but it's more like the mindset going into it. A lot of people have this like conception of like mentors, and you have to go and find mentors, and then you have to ask them all these questions, and essentially what you're doing is you're taking value from them. You're like, hey, can you teach me this? Hey, can you teach me this? Hey, can you be my mentor? Because I get these messages all the time, and that's why I decided to make this video, because I see so many people doing this stuff wrong, and that's why I want to teach it. So I want you to have the mindset that you're not taking value, you're exchanging value. And again, even if you're just starting out, you can still do this. You have value. And the more you start connecting, the more you start networking, you have connections, and that is value. So you can always exchange connections with people, and that brings a lot of value. I know for me, I have a lot of people that are asking, how can I bring value to your life? And I say, hey, can you connect me with this person? Can you connect me with this person? That is extreme value. They always say money and connections is two of the top things that you can bring to someone. So if you just start networking and you start developing all these connections, then you can bring value to them. But always frame it in a way that you're exchanging value, not taking value. Because people get hit up all the time, especially the bigger people get, the more successful they get hit up all the time, people trying to sell them. And it's annoying. It really is. So when someone comes to me and says, hey, how can we exchange value? How can we make a win-win for both of us? And if you just come with that mindset, you're gonna have a lot of great interactions. I've been doing this a little bit more recently, a little bit more at scale, where I'm reaching out to people, and the response rate is great. People are like excited to send me a message back or email me back, because they're excited about the fact that I came to them, I'm a high value person, and I said, hey, let's exchange value, not how can I take value from you. So that's number one. Number two, and this is more of a specific strategy, but it's on Instagram. So when you're doing direct outreach and you're trying to connect with people, this is what I recommend you do. One, you follow them. Okay, first off, you want to follow them, because if you don't, you send them a message right away, it usually goes to their other folder, and a lot of people don't check that folder. Okay, the next thing that I would do is start liking a few of their stuff, a few of their pieces of content. After you've done that and you've given their profile enough value, now you follow them, so it's more likely that you're going to show up in their DMs, their actual DMs, not the other DMs. And when they see that and they can see a bunch of notifications from this person, they not only followed them, they liked their stuff, and they also gave an engaging comment. Now they sent a message, okay? And now here is probably one of the biggest things about it. And the way I've been having a lot of success with this is you don't send them a message. You don't type out a message. You do one of two things. You either send an audio message or you send a video message. Because think about it, everybody and their mom is hitting people up, sending them DMs. They're just typing stuff out. How can you separate yourself? You always need to be able to separate yourself from the masses. What's the masses doing? Do the opposite. So when people are always writing messages, you want to be the person that separates yourself by adding a little bit more personality. And that way you can convey your personality. You can convey the type of person you are a lot better through the written word. So those three things: follow someone, like their stuff, comment on one of their pictures, really a well and thoughtful comment, send them a DM after all of that. So I guess that's more so 4 things, and use either a video message or an audio message. If you do those things, you're gonna get a lot better response rate as if you just send them a cold DM. Now, what happens when people don't actually respond to that? Because there still will be people that do that. Here's the next level of it. A lot of times on Instagram, people will have their other contact details. Sometimes they'll even have their phone number in there. So if you want to get real aggressive, go after their phone number. But I've noticed that a lot of people that don't respond to DMs, they will respond to emails. So you email them, say, you know, use some, with me, I do like a lot of paid ads for people, and I do YouTube ads as well. So I usually say YouTube collab. So instead of saying, hey, how can I run paid ads for you? It's like, how can we collab? How can this be an exchange? Okay, so always think about some subject lines that just trigger exchange more so than take. And then you just, you know, reiterate what your offer is. Make it irresistible. Say, hey, I want to exchange value. And the simple fact that you sent an email after you sent a DM, you might want to even reference that, saying, hey, I tried you on Instagram. I noticed I didn't get a message back from you, so I just tried an email. It shows that you are persistent. It shows that you are willing to follow up, and shows that you are serious. Okay, so if you just do those things, try the DM. If they don't respond to that, send them an email. A lot of people will respond to emails more so that DM, because they're just not used to working on the DMs and stuff like that. I got a couple of emails back today of people saying the exact same thing. They said, I just don't really check my DMs that much. I'm really more active here on email, and the response rate was still really good. So just because people don't respond right away, try different avenues and keep on doing it. Cold outreach, sometimes you need to, it takes a couple times before you actually get in contact with them, but be persistent with that and do it in a high value way where you're exchanging value, and you're gonna be golden, okay? So just to recap real quick. 1, have the mindset that you're exchanging value, not taking value. And the second is start using the DMs, okay? Engage in their content before you send the DM, use an audio or a video message, and then be persistent with email follow-up as well. And if you can do just that, those things alone, it's gonna help you significantly. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know down below. Let me know that you enjoyed this type of stuff, because it is a little bit different than some of the other videos that I make on this channel. And let me know if you guys would like me to make more of these networking videos and cold outreach emails, so that you can start connecting with your ideal prospect. Because like, yes, you can run ads, but you won't necessarily attract all the biggest whales out there. So if you want to start attracting in those big whales, you can't necessarily always just advertise to them. Sometimes you just have to do a direct outreach and really reach them. You have to, basically, it's a sniper versus a shotgun approach, which is metaphorically the ads. So yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this information. Let me know if you'd like me to make more of these videos. Make sure and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you being here. Share this with a friend if you think they can get some value out of it, and we'll see you on the next video.